Family, good morning. It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me today. It is Tuesday. It is January 27th. I appreciate you getting inside the comment box. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Got a good show lined up for you today. There's a lot to dive into, actually, following Alabama's hiring of Adrian Klemm as the offensive line coach. We're going to hit on that and a couple other topics. I know there's a really big national item that is, it's highly controversial right now, and that's the play of Charles Bediako as Alabama's big man. And Alabama takes on Missouri tonight. Bediako will be playing in that game, and there's a lot to dive into on that front. A couple other items that I'm going to mix in the bag today, so I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining the show, and I always appreciate you guys getting inside the comment box. Let me know where you guys are watching from each and every day right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So with that said, we start out with the fact that Jet Tamala, right? He doesn't pronounce the H, I've been told. So it's Jet Tamala, almost like tamale, received his 5th star. So Bama bump, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I watched this kid one time, his highlights. It was kind of like a all put together type deal, and I was blown away. Look, I don't think anybody out there has him as a starter going into this season, and I think this might upset some people, what I'm about to say. This kid is good, like really good, okay? And I think he's going to add competition. I think he's going to be like up there, and I think that's okay to say. I don't think that, freshmen come in and they're ready to go. So Jet Tamala just received his 5th star, and I like it. All right, I think he's very comparable, actually, to Keelan Russell. So I guess if we had a game this Saturday, it'd probably be Austin Mack, Keelan Russell, and then Jet. I asked inside the comment box, I was like, when we go into this season, I think a lot of fans are expecting probably a competition in spring and expecting kind of Keelan to take that starting spot from Austin, right? And you're like, well, they're both like the backup quarterback last year. Yeah, I get it. But it seemed to me that Austin Mack was the clear number 2 quarterback. Can we at least agree on that from like last year? Or do you think that Keelan Russell was number 2? Well, what do you guys think? Who was the number 2 quarterback? You guys tell me. I just want to kind of get the pulse, right? As we kind of start off. And the reason we're talking about quarterbacks is because Jet Tamala just got his 5th star, so I'm kind of highlighting him. And if you haven't seen him, this guy is a bad man. I'm telling you, he's been here. Super athletic cat, good size, ready to go, great touch on the ball. Watch his highlights. You will be blown away. I get it. It's against Nebraska. But who is the backup, honestly? Who is the backup? Just tell me. So, because every time we talk quarterbacks, I guess the world thinks that I hate one of the guys. I don't hate anybody. I hate losing. When the team loses, the YouTube channel sucks, all right? They need to win. I don't care who the quarterback is. We need the team to win games. Whoever the quarterback is, we roll with that 100%. So you guys are saying that Mack was the number 2. Some people are saying that Keelan Russell was number 1, right? So in my mind, the way I saw it is Austin Mack was number 2, okay? And there's nothing wrong with admitting that. Like, we saw it, right? He was the first guy that came off. They gave him opportunities. And in my mind, I don't think that what happened last year is telling us that he's going to be the starter going into this year. Let me tell you why. I think they're giving him opportunities to win the job. They were like, you're the veteran. Go out there and prove that you can be like the guy even going into springtime. I think they're going to get equal reps in springtime. They will not tell us who the quarterback is coming out of springtime. They will make these guys compete every single day. It'll be about who shows up to the weight room first, who leaves, right? Who leaves last. It'll be which guy is willing to die to be the quarterback, right? It'll be like the hungriest player will win. And that's how good competitions go. This will probably be the best quarterback competition, the true quarterback competition that we've had. We all knew the last couple of quarterback competitions, we knew who the guy was going to be. Come on. We knew it was going to be Milroe. We knew it was going to be Ty. This one, I think, is up in the air. And I think the fans want Keelan Russell to be the guy, but he has to be able to show that he can command the offense on a consistent basis. And we also have to have a quarterback that doesn't make mistakes. I know everyone views, and unfortunately, and I hate this for the kid, people see Ty Simpson as the biggest turnover machine that's ever operated at Alabama, and that is so far from the truth. The guy threw 5 interceptions, man, 5. But those interceptions just stuck on the board forever, and they were costly interceptions. So, unfortunately, because of the decisions that he made in the pass that he threw in those situations, he's going to go down as one of the quarterbacks that turned the football over the most. And he had fumbles too, right? I don't think that when I look back at Ty, it's not going to be in a negative way. I think people will look at Ty in a negative way, though, unfortunately. But I think the loyalty goes overlooked. I think that he clearly didn't have an offensive line, right? But this coming offensive group, man, shoot. And I think there's a lot of pressure on Adrian Klemm from the jump, the new offensive line coach. He's got to figure out a way to elevate an entire new offensive line. Now, I have some quotes in here that I think you're going to like from, a couple past guys that he worked with, that he coached. But I think it's a tall job. But Jet Tamala, that guy's good. And I don't want to, sorry I haven't mentioned Kawa. I don't hate him. I promise you. I have nothing but respect for all the guys on the board. I talk about the guys that are more likely to play. I talk about different guys. So, even if you're like his family members out there, please don't leave and be like, Kyle hates him. And go tell Coach DeBoer that I hate your kid. I don't hate the kid. I hate losing. And you should too. And the best player should always play, period. All right? So, open for competition, just the way it should be. Every single day, there should be competition in every single thing. You should have someone that you're competing with for your job. That's the truth, right? Okay, so Damala gets his 5-star. We celebrate it. We love it. And happy to see it, all right? Back-to-back 5 stars for Coach Kalen DeBoer. That was another thing before I leave on this, is like, this is the first quarterback that DeBoer will have that is his guy. He's been patient. He didn't rush it. He could have played Keelan Russell last year. He could have. He didn't. He could have played, I guess, Austin Mack the year before. He didn't. He waited. He waited for these quarterbacks to mature. And that's one thing I think we have to give Coach DeBoer credit on. It's hard to be patient, right? You have guys waiting. You just want to play them automatically because they're on the roster. That doesn't mean you should. It means you have to wait for them to be ready. The whole cake to be baked. So this is the first year, and that also puts pressure on Ryan Grubb. That puts pressure on Kalen DeBoer because it's like, okay, this is your quarterback. This is your offensive line. These are your wide receivers. Go win games. Win games, bro. Make the championship game. You know what's sad is I kind of feel like right now, we're like, where we're at right now is we're going into this next season, and I feel like it's like quarterfinals or semifinals is like where we like think we could be. Isn't that pathetic? Every year that I lived here for the last 10 years, going into the season, it was who are we going to play in the championship game? You got to get to the championship game. I know those expectations are terrible to have, but those are the expectations here. That's why fans are pissed off. Am I right? You want to get to the championship game. Do you want to get to the quarters or the finals? So now that DeBoer has everybody pretty much that is his team, We want to be like, okay, you've had time. We've made changes. Let's see what you got. Hunter Syndicate, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for becoming a fan funder. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so a couple points to go through, and we got some measurements from the Senior Bowl. There was originally like 8 guys going to the Senior Bowl. A lot of them were pulled out for like injuries. I guess Alabama was that hurt this past year, unfortunately. But you have Josh Cuevas, 6'3", 252, right? You have Tim Keenan, 6'1", 330. And you have LT Overton, 6'2", 278, right? Now, I was thinking about this, like the guys that you add on from that Alabama added on from the transfer portal, and I'm talking about mostly like defensive guys right now. You got some monsters. I mean, let's just say Desmond Zulu or even Devin Tompkins. Let's say one of those guys plays the Bandit, right? Those guys are what, like 6'5", 6'6"? I know Devin Tompkins is. And then you have your defensive tackle who will be Terrence Green. He's 6'6", 330 pounds. These are much bigger guys than Tim and LT. Now, can you still have the same type of athleticism? I mean, I wouldn't say that. I was just about to say Tim Keenan wasn't the most athletic guy, but then I remembered last year I saw him catching passes. At this spring football deal or whatever, that Frankenstein practice it was, Tim Keenan was going around catching passes as a receiver. It's crazy. I'm serious. I saw it with my own eyes. I was like, what? Is that Tim Keenan out there? He was just messing around. Let me get this added real quick. You guys doing okay today? Cold, huh? Shoot. Man, yeah, I think it was like 14 this morning here in Tuscaloosa. Crazy. So we got bigger guys coming in, period. And are they going to be better? I don't know. Everybody's better to us that it comes in. That's just how life works. And then when we get to the end of the tunnel, we're like, I don't know. Were they better? Maybe so. Sometimes you can see it. Sometimes you can't. The tight end room losing Josh Cuevas, that's a big loss. Yeah, I don't know. You just like replace a guy like that. You have some younger guys that are unproven, certainly capable. Losing Josh Cuevas is tough. He was good. He was better than C.J. Dupree. By the way, C.J. Dupree played in the Super Bowl. All right. Damani Jackson down at the Shrine Bowl, right, giving an interview, and he was talking about Lazier Brooks to the reporter. And the reporter asked him straight up, he was like, yo, what was your thoughts on Lazier Brooks? And Damani Jackson, without hesitation, was like, look, he's going to be a first-round draft pick when his time comes. 100%. He's like, we knew that from the minute he arrived. I love that quote. I just saw it before I got on. I couldn't even dress it up a little bit more. But what I was thinking about, I was like, man, evaluations. You got evaluation. You got a guy that was a 3-star that came in here. And I told you, I had him as my number 1 wide receiver going into the Rose Bowl. So that should give you confidence. It should give me confidence about the evaluations of the staff. You're going to hit, you're going to miss. But these guys from the evaluation standpoint, and that's where you're really going to see teams separate themselves on evaluations. Yeah, Jordan Seaton, pay him $7 million, whatever it is, right? Some of these other guys. But evaluations could be equally that much if you have great evaluations. Just because the guy costs the most, guy could get injured. The guy could not pan out. He might not fit culturally. So, like, you have a guy like this, and you could also talk about, some other 3-stars or some other kind of up-and-coming guys that Alabama's got. Lazier Brooks is that bad man. That's why they had to re-sign him. Damani Jackson was also asked about the secondary, and he just said that the secondary at Alabama was ridiculous. He was like, he's like, I admit I didn't have my best year, but the secondary was loaded. And guess what? That secondary, would they finish 9 or 12 in the year? They're going to be even better this coming year. The Alabama secondary will be better this coming year. So, wish Damani well. I thought Damani came in and did a pretty good job. He wasn't like exceptional, but he was good. He was much better than when he was at USC, and he got beat out eventually for his job. But I think that Damani Jackson was a guy that, he held his own. He had some big hits. We can't deny that. He had some big plays. Now, was he like the superstar on the team? No. A lot of people don't like Damani, like Ryan. You can go back and watch and say, Damani, he tagged. Remember that hit he had on that Georgia cat in the first game? Man, that was one of the biggest hits that I've seen. A lot of people don't like Damani. Our first game against Georgia, man, everybody was talking, hyping him up. Thanks, Anna. I appreciate it. Yep. Hopefully I get better soon. 100%. There is going to be a huge news day too, right? Because you got the normal stuff, and then I would imagine they hire the tight end coach today at like 2 p.m. Alabama basketball playing tonight, right? You get another Charles Bediako. He'll be in here for another 10 days because someone from the NCAA couldn't make it here because of the ice. Nate Oates has been getting lit up. People are so mad about it that he's playing, and then he didn't even win, right? All right, let's see who's up in the crib. And thanks again, Anna. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support on the show. I appreciate it. Bama RTR, what's up, man? See you inside the com box. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Max Tooney, what's up, man? Good to see you as well. Wade's World, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Anna, thanks again for that super. I appreciate it. Ryan Harris, what's good, dog? Good to see you, man. As always, appreciate your comments inside the comment box. Jarvis, what's up, bro? Lag Gaming, thank you so much, man. I know you're a sponsor of the program, too. Thank you. Soli, what's up, man? Good morning from Ozark, Alabama. Ricky Smith, what's going on, man? Wade's World, Miss Nicole Covington, good to see you as well. Brian Jones, what's up? I appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here on the program. KW, what's up, man? Coming to us from Albuquerque, New Mexico. No way, that's what's up, man. Stop over at Golden Pride if you can. Twisters. Hook me up with a burrito, man. Send it. Jarvis, good to see you, brother. Carol, coming to us from Hoover, right? Remember we had, who called from Hoover yesterday? Was it Nick? It was someone called from Hoover yesterday. How's that new Trader Joe's? Carol Key, you ever go to it? Do we have Trader Joe's people in here? We don't have a Trader Joe's here in Tuscaloosa. King's family, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hey, Dan Caraway. No way. What's up, bro? Owen Skinner, good to see you, man. Alex, 0003. Who's the new tight ends coach? We're going to probably find out soon. I'd imagine they hire him, this week, right? I mean, it would make sense to just or it would be interesting if they just kind of hired Scott Huff. I don't know. People are begging for Sam Pittman to be on the program. If you were just going for a PR boost, should I just hire Pittman and Pruitt just to make people happy? I'd be like, fine, here you go. Let's have a parade. You got Pittman, you got Pruitt, and we're gonna hire on Cochran as a analyst something. Who cares? Just hire him, man. People just want former coaches on this staff so bad. For a PR standpoint, you could do that. Dang, Food City is better than Trader Joe's? Man, Tuscaloosa, we got Publix, Piggly Wiggly's, and then we have, what is it, the other one? The new one that kind of took Aldi's. I just don't like Aldi's. I've tried to like it. They got good prices. I'm just not a fan. I don't know. There's something. I don't think they have good meats, in my opinion. Josh Miller's like, we just missed the past. No, just from a PR standpoint, I'd be like, we're gonna hire these guys from the past, and that's it. Like they're gonna be back there, but it's gonna be Pruitt, it's gonna be Bo Davis, it's gonna be Cochran, and they're gonna be part of the staff. But they're not gonna be like on the field coaches. They're just gonna be here for morale. See, this is what I'm saying. I guarantee you, if you brought in Pruitt right now as an analyst and then had the spring game again, that place would probably have 100,000 people just to shake Pruitt's hand. The people want. Sometimes you just have to do what the fans want. I'd be like, here, Pruitt's here. Yeah, see, I prefer Publix as well. It's just Publix is just like, it's just super expensive. Thanks to our live show sponsors right here on the program. Update this every once in a while. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting the program. If you want to become a fan funder, you know what to do. Just hit that join button. I appreciate it. There's different levels, right? All right, so special announcement. I know I've been blown up about the gear. The gear is back. So the raffles are back, and they start today. This will be our first raffle item. Okay, this is we got a black and we got a white hoodie of the Undefeated. This is our new logo. It's a big announcement. We'll spend the pinwheel this week some point. All right, so it's $10 to enter, up to 3 opportunities. Happy to bring the pinwheel back and to get into the raffle. You know how it works, right? We did it all summertime. And you got Venmo, Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. All right. And then we spin the pinwheel. And that's our gear. And I have a couple different things too. Like I'll go between the hoodies and we got some other things that we have in store. But this is the new hoodies. You guys like it? And I'll put if you want to just buy like directly, I'll put the link to where to buy this inside the comment box. I'll pin it or something like that. Yeah, so big announcement. The hoodies these are dope too, right? I like either one. Remember when we first started? Do you guys remember when we first started the hoodies in the summertime? And and it was Alex. There was like 5 people that we did the hoodies, right? And Alex won like 3 times in a row. And then after that, it was like Chad Kennedy who won 3 times in a row. And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then, it was then we got capped out. then we got told we couldn't do them. All right. Army 3275. I think that's you. I got you with the Venmo. I got you in, man. Oh yeah, man. Publix is so expensive. It's crazy. Like unbelievable. Kyle, if we wanted to send you some gear, where would we send it? Oh, you got gear for me? I don't really wear gear on the show, but this is my email. And everyone gets all heated when I send that email. I'm not going to get another email. That's it. Everything goes to one email, and I'm not going to log into like different emails and do all that. I'm not. I have one email for literally anything. All right, so the raffles are back. Venmo, Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. We'll spin it at some point this week. All right. So, and this is for you win one of the hoodies. You tell me if you want the white, the black. We'll send it out. Cool. All right. This is crazy. What's happening right now? Do you see this? This is like more national crazy news, and this is regarding the Duke quarterback. All right. So the Duke quarterback, Darian Mensah, he signed paperwork to play for Duke. His name, image, likeness, everything for Duke. Okay. Then Miami pulled the kind of, hey, how much is your buyout? We want you over here. So he decided to hit the transfer portal, announced that he was leaving. Duke was like, no, you're not. You signed paperwork. They finally came to a settlement. Miami is going to pay every single thing that Duke is requiring to get Darren Mensah to Miami. So that's where he's going to go. And you're talking about a deal that's probably now, I don't know, $15 million. Miami has that much money. That's one. You know what? The thing is, I knew that one of the things that I've learned kind of over like this transfer portal period, I knew Texas. We all know that Texas has money, right? All the stuff. But I didn't know. Did you all know this? Did you know that Miami has like as much money as those programs? Or like is like up there? I knew that they had money, of course, right? But I didn't know it was like that. Like Miami has so much money. And it's easy to kind of point to like the Texas, you could say like, oh, it's oil money or this and that. But it's like, man, Miami is like just, Rex, I got your email, brother. I just found that super interesting. You're like, man, Miami's like way up there. Oh, man. So we'll see how it turns out. I mean, everybody has their process in terms of where they're at from a quarterback standpoint. Miami's method is buy the quarterback for the next year. They tried to buy Ty Simpson, right? They bought Carson Beck the year before. Whereas I think Alabama is still in the traditional phase, is like get quarterbacks, develop them slowly for when they're ready. I don't know. What's better? I'm dead serious because this will be another year that we enter with a quarterback that has limited experience, right? Like, if you think about it, Ty, he got experience as he went forward. This will be the same thing with Austin Mack or Keelan Russell. None of those guys have experience. Whereas so I guess what I'm asking you, is it better to go and just buy the quarterback or let the guys develop? What did Ty get offered finally from Miami? Like, was it $7 million or 6.5 or something like that? Man, I know. So this is where we're at in college football. Miami's just buying players. So is Ole Miss, right? The new offensive line coach has been hired. We discussed him yesterday. We kind of came out, you know what? As the dust settled, it seemed like everybody was a lot more on the positive side as we kind of walked through about Adrian Klemm. I didn't see there's been kind of a handful of people that have been against it, but I think the great majority has been optimistic about getting Adrian Klemm on. I think I'm kind of on the more positive side too. My biggest the three big for me was someone with NFL experience. That was really important to me. They checked that box. Number two, I guess was kind of some past statistics that might have made my ears perk up. And I know he had a really successful year at Oregon just a couple years ago where they were fantastic in pass protection. And then I guess the third thing, I was like, okay, like, what else? I was like, what do other people kind of say about him? What are people like thinking about him? And it's been pretty much positive. I love the fact too, kind of like bonus, that he's won Super Bowls himself. Right? That stat really helps me down here. This 2022 one, right? The Oregon run coordinator, right? When he was the offensive line and run game coordinator, 12th in the nation, 2,800 yards, and first in the nation with least amount of sacks with 5. Super, super impressive stat. And then there's some quotes that have been put together. I'm sure you guys have seen these. Dan Lanning, and this was before that 2022 season. Lanning had this to say about Adrian Klemm. He's one of the best offensive line coaches in the country. That's a big comment. And by the way, Coach Kalen DeBoer will speak to the media tomorrow from Mobile at the Senior Bowl. Our student athletes are getting a terrific teacher and mentor in Coach Klemm. So, really good, quote right there on your new offensive coordinator. I think that carries weight. I mean, Dan Lanning, and then you saw that season what they did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and for everybody that's asking inside the comment box, I'm sick. It's just, it's more like kind of like up here. I have nothing like in my chest. I don't have like body aches. I am tired. But my eyes won't stop watering and my nose won't stop running. So those are like my symptoms. I went to the doctor yesterday. Should be good. I'm on some medicine, and just kind of have to play it. Continue to push through. So, but other than that, I feel fine. I mean, I slept and stuff like that. It's just I might have to go full screen like this real quick to blow my nose real fast. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. And then there's other quote too. Former NFL player, is talking about. I like this quote. He's like, the way I strike, the way I punch, comes from everything that Adrian taught me. A lot of who I am, what I stand for, comes from the foundation he laid out for me. That was back when he was at SMU. So it was kind of a long time, right? But I kind of like looked to those statements, and from what I heard, he pushes you as a coach, right? And we need that. I mean, that's where it's all going to start right there, is how you push these guys. How can you get them, motivated from a mentality standpoint that they're just the nastiest bunch? We need dogs, fam. We need them. It all starts at the offensive line. And if that isn't the case, then we're going to be pushed around. And you're going to get further and further away from winning a championship. I'm telling you all the time, I feel bad for the recruits. Going to the football stadium, and they're like 2020, they're like holding these trophies. 2020 is a long time ago, right? After this season, 2027, still holding those old trophies. You need some fresh hardware, right? So kind of looking at Alabama's coaching staff right now, you got Chris Robinson, Brian Ellis quarterbacks, Jason Jones, DBs, Chuck Morrell, linebackers, Jay Nunez. A lot of people want him to be gone next. I don't know if that'll happen or not. You got Robert Gillespie, got Freddie Roach. He's been getting a lot of heat. He's like 50-50. Fans either like Coach Roach or they don't. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. Mo Lindquist, Gem, Adrian Klemm, new, and then, I don't know, tight end coach. Who you got for tight end? You think, kind of the same rules apply. I think, it's funny to kind of joke about inside the comment box with y'all is like how many guys are within the tight end room. You could almost have two coaches there because you have two different groups. You have like the inline guys and the more balanced type tight ends. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like Huff is an option. So, or like nobody's been talking about him, but maybe. And the reason like people are excited about Huff is because when he was the offensive line, right? When he was the offensive line coach in 2023 at Washington, they won the Joe Moore Award. Is that right? Oh, I forgot to say this too. The super chats go into the hoodie raffle too. So you could Venmo, you could Cash App, or a super chat, and that'll get you into the drawing for the hoodie. So like Anna and Jarvis, you guys are in. Let's see what Jarvis has to say. We need to implement a payment structure for teams as well. Pancake, 5,000. QB sack, 5,000. Interception, yeah. Oh, I love that. I've always talked about that too. Is like incentivizing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you imagine like a pick six being like $10,000 bonus. That would be so dope to talk about on Monday's show, right? And Xavier Brown with another pick six, that's a $10,000 bonus. Oh, that'd be crazy. That would be one hell of an element to talk about. Oh, and this catch 1,000 yards is like $100,000, right? Ooh, H3 says OJ Howard. You know what? I would not be, you know what? I like this. I would not, I don't know, you know, his like coaching ability and stuff like that. I don't even know where he's been coaching at. But like, you know, because it kind of fits two things, right? You get, I guess he's their best tight end that there's ever been, right? OJ. And he's a former guy. Bring him back. But I love the incentive base, bro. I've talked about it for a long time. Get your master's degree is like $150,000. Stay 4 consecutive years. Get like, I don't know, 100,000. Get a Mercedes car paid for, not like leased. Right? I wonder if that's coming in now. But I also wonder this too. Do you think this is true, like with kind of these contracts that are coming out? That like I'm dead serious. Do you think that players are asking or like putting in almost like demands? I have to get thrown 50 balls. I have to run the ball, 75 times. I have to play in 200 snaps. I'm dead serious. Do you think that's happening? I kind of do. I think it might be. Rolling Tide, VA, what's up, man? Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, Lazier Brooks has to, catch 7 balls or Alabama owes him, $10,000. All right. So now we kind of move to this Bediako stuff, okay? So Aaron Torres works for Fox, pretty vocal guy. There's been a lot of people that have been on this, okay? Okay, now that you've kind of had time to read, let me ask you inside the comment box. How do we feel about Bediako playing for Bama? Good, feels dirty. I'll just put I don't know. Because this has been really one of the first times that I've seen a lot of the second time. I know all the stuff that happened with Oates and all that stuff with the case a couple years ago, that was in the national light as well. But now Nate Oates again has found himself in like this spotlight. A lot of Alabama basketball fans I've been seeing are saying that they don't want him to play, that it feels dirty. Here's what Aaron Torres said. He works for Fox. He says, Alabama taught us a valuable lesson Saturday. When things don't work, cheat. When injuries happen, cheat. When you miss in recruiting, cheat. That's what happened the second Charles Bediako took the floor Saturday. I don't know if I agree with this. I don't know about that. I think that what here's the two things that I see with this whole situation. Number one, the biggest thing is there's no uniformity in this. Meaning, like, the European guys, how come they're not affected by the same rule? There's other programs in the country that are also doing this, Baylor and Louisville. Are they cheating? Right? I don't know. I mean, I understand how other, coaches are probably viewing this. I think it's been really interesting to see how the University of Alabama has backed Oates on this too. They feel that they're not doing anything wrong. I don't know, cheating? Don't they say if you're not trying, you're not cheating or something like that? What's that old analogy? See, thank you. Okay, thank you. This is where I sit. I'm right here. You can't, like, what are the rules? How come we don't know this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how come we're just finding ourselves going against this, like, right now? What's up, Manchester Matt? Appreciate it, bro. So it's turned into prostitution. Who can raise the most money, incentivized by money, the root of all evil, disguised by football? Satan's game now. Appreciate it, Manchester Matt. Thanks for calling in. Someone called in yesterday that was also Matt from Mobile. And they wanted to, like, make sure that there was a distinction because we have now two Matts from Mobile that are calling in the program. I appreciate the super chat, bro. I do. So the latest update on all this, if you've been following, it's been really interesting. Attorneys for the NCAA filed a motion on Monday, it was yesterday, in Tuscaloosa County Court requesting that Judge Jim Roberts recuse himself from the case. The motion cites Reddit posts questioning Roberts' impartiality and includes a news article dealing his past donations to the University of Alabama. Like, you can't make this up. This is crazy. So the NCAA couldn't get here for the hearing today because of the weather. So Bediako's restraining order, or the temporary restraining order, right, got pushed 10 more days. So he's going to just keep playing until we get to this hearing. This is like one of the wildest stories that we've had in a while. I don't know. I mean, as you know, Alabama basketball plays tonight. We'll probably do a watch along, by the way, for tonight's game. Live gaming. I know. That's what was funny about it. And I don't know. I would think they beat Missouri tonight. Right? Do they even have a day spread on this game? What do we got, Jarvis? Oh. This is wild. I don't know. Let's see. So far, the poll, okay. The YouTube crew is cool. They're saying, how do we feel about Bediako playing? People are like, good. 14% say dirty, and then 28% say they don't know. Damn, Bama's supposed to take it to Missouri. 10.5? Yo, man, Jarvis, are we taking Missouri on this? That's a lot, man. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Chris says, I don't like Bediako thing, honestly, but yeah, 100%, right? It's like, and just because someone else is doing it doesn't make it right, but like, what are the rules to begin with? How come we don't have these rules established? Miss Crystal is saying, look, Reddit is factual and admissible in court now. I guess, right? Carol Key says, unless they make a new rule, Bediako should play. Yeah. A bunch of gray areas. Like the gray areas are all over the place for basketball and for football. I mean, we've talked about this. So tonight, probably watch along. We'll see how it goes. I think tip off's at 7, so we'll kick it over here tonight at 7 p.m. right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Cool. All right. Let's see what else we got. Kind of just wanted to go over this again. We started the raffles up, so if you're new to this, and I'm sure it'll grow as it did last time, but we raffled out in the summertime gear, all right? It was Alabama gear, to be honest. Just be transparent. Found out you can't do that. It's trademark infringement. I had no idea. That's a rule. We don't do it no more, okay? So we can raffle our own gear, which people want. People want undefeated gear. We've asked about this before. So we have started up the raffle again. It's $10 to get in, up to 3 opportunities. Super Chat will get you in. You could Venmo, Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube, and then we spin this pinwheel, and it's fun as hell, and then I send you the gear, okay? So you got white, black, and when you win, I'll ask you for your contact information. You email me, then I'll get your shipping information, and then I'll send it out. So that's kind of, but the pinwheel is back, all right? So that's where we kind of stand at this point in time. As we usually do on the back end of the program, I'm going to take some calls, okay? If you called in yesterday, sitting out today, thank you for abiding by that rule. That's really the only rule that there is, other than just don't take up all the time on air. And this video is powered by Sleeper, right? So thank you for supporting Sleeper. As I mentioned, it's a great app, perfect for fantasy football, perfect for making your more or less picks on a weekly basis, right? $20 when you just download the app. They're just giving you $20 to play with, just to try it. Get a $100 deposit match up to $100, right? And you got to use that promo code, which is tailgate. Okay, so let me set up the call line, and you guys call in, and yeah, we'll take some calls. We'll see how we're doing. All right. If I have to show that lab graphic, that just means I'm probably sneezing. And I was fine this morning. I was good. I mean, I did all my chores. I got the kids off. I made breakfast. You know what's crazy? We're on a 2-hour delay over here. And it didn't snow. We're in a 2-hour delay here in Tuscaloosa because it was cold. I'm dead serious. Crazy, right? Right. And the show's yours. So whatever topics you want to hit, it's cool with me. So Honest pumped up about the pinwheel. Cool. Yeah, me too. Yeah, the pinwheel's fun. The pinwheel's always been fun. All right, call-in line is open. 205-850-1994. You guys want to call in, chat with me, ask me about whatever is on your mind, go ahead. 205-850-1994. I think when you kind of, here's a question for you. What do we need from our tight ends coach? I think that's an interesting question. I'll bring up the tight end map for us to look at, because we got a wide variety of tight ends. And I guess kind of playing devil's advocate or asking for feedback. Who would you say, let me ask you like this. Who have been the best 3 tight ends in the last 10 seasons? The best, the top 3 tight ends from Bama in the last 3 seasons. I think that I would probably say, let me get this map first. Let's see. Where's all of our tight ends? Okay, here they are. I guess I would say this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it before because I didn't cover OJ Howard. He was like right. I left. I got here like the spring he was going in the NFL draft. I think that's how it worked out. Here's your current tight end room. By the way, if you want to call in the show, call line is open. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen too. Man, let's see. I'll go with. Okay, I'm gonna rank it now in like no order, just to kind of get my thoughts out. Okay, Cuevas. Man, Oots didn't have a lot of production, but I liked his game. I thought he brought a lot. And then I guess I'll go Forrestal. Right? Oh no. Oh, I know. I'm forgetting Irv Smith. So I think probably Irv Smith was probably my best tight end. And then I guess okay, I feel better about this. Okay, I'll go Irv Smith, Josh Cuevas, and then I guess either CJ Dupree. No, who was better? I'm just going back since I've been here, since like 2017 for me. But you guys can go back, I mean, however long. Irv Smith, Josh Cuevas, and I don't know, CJ / Robbie / Forrestal. Oh, Cam Latu. Yeah, he was good. You know, the thing about Cam Latu, he caught 8 touchdown passes. That's a great ad. Yeah, Cam Latu's up there too. Latu. Yeah. But here's the thing. Would you say any of those tight ends, and I'm being dead serious with you, have been like a 10 out of 10? Have been like a game changer? Have been like a guy that can be like a dominating factor? I would say no. I would say the closest thing we got, I mean, Irv was utilized for sure. But none of those other, I mean, Cam Latu did catch 8 touchdown passes, but he wasn't like, if you lost him, you weren't losing games. And maybe that hasn't fit Alabama's system, but it would be nice to have a tight end that did that. And here's some past tight ends. The thing is, we've had some tight ends here that have underachieved. Have we not? I'll tell you about him. Billingsley. That guy was a bust. Amari Niblack. Bust. Left. Let's see. There's another one too. What's the cat that left to Ole Miss just recently? He wanted to be wide receiver. Caleb Odom. He should have stayed. If he would have stayed at tight end, think about this. Caleb Odom should be on this graphic right here. Going into what, his second year? And like, no disrespect to Caleb Odom or Caleb Edwards, but I think like if Caleb would have stayed as a tight end, he'd probably be that guy. I don't even know how many catches. I'm curious. I still think Billingsley was a bust over here, though. He didn't do anything. Caleb Odom, Ole Miss. Let's see what he did. Oh, so he'd be going into his third year. Yeah, but I mean, look at his stats. His stats are sad. Over here, he caught 7 passes for 65 yards. This past season at Ole Miss, he caught 19 passes, 197 yards, and 2 tutties. Right? And you look to other programs, they've had, like, Max Sutter, he could be interesting for sure. Like, Georgia's had good tight ends, right? I don't know. Some of the things I think about is like, what do we need from the tight end coach? And do we have what we need in the tight end room? Right? I think we do. Is someone going to be like truly dynamic? I don't know. They're good. Caleb Edwards is damn good. Max Sutter's film looks exceptional. These other guys are kind of blocking. Wow. Really disappointed in the amount of sneezes I've had on this show. And my eyes just like won't stop watering. It's just the craziest thing. All right. Well, wait a minute. What's up, man? We're feeling optimistic about the Adrian Klemm hire. I know you're just getting here. There's a couple things that do stand out to us. And excuse you if you're just excuse me that you just got here. I'm a little under the weather today. Should be back in action soon, but we like a couple things. And I think like when we're talking about Adrian, we like the fact that he has pro experience. Won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots. Coached in the NFL, Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots. Had real good success 2022 with Oregon, as you can see on the screen. Finished 12th in the nation as a run game coordinator, 2,800 yards that year, and they also were first in the nation in least sacks allowed with 5. So we like it from that standpoint. And I think, like, but you know what's funny is everybody inside the comment box was just like, it can't be worse than what we had. That was it. So we'll see how it goes. But all right, fam. Well, that's what I got today. I'll be back later today. We'll probably do the watch along for the Missouri, so stay tuned for that live. And of course, news happens. News seems to break always at 2 p.m. That's kind of like the time. So heads on a swivel. I'll be back as news happens. I appreciate you guys. I'm okay. Just a little under the weather. I'll be fine. I appreciate you guys' support. We'll be good. It's more like all up here. So we'll get past it. But I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. I know it's not pretty to see somebody sneeze all the time. So thank you so much. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. And I will catch up with you guys next show right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Have a blessed rest of your Tuesday. I'll be back as news happens or tonight for the Alabama basketball game right here on Bama Football on YouTube.